Welcome to this movie on circular economy and R strategies. The circular economy shifts away from the traditional linear take, make, dispose model toward regenerative systems that minimize waste, preserve product value and build economic resilience. By utilizing innovative business models, the circular economy designs out waste and pollution while creating lasting value for both society and the environment. Rather than consuming resources and discarding them, a circular system keeps materials, components and products in circulation as long as possible through, for example, reusing, repairing, refurbishing and recycling. The circular economy is built on three core principles: narrowing flows, minimizing resource extraction and input from the very start, slowing flows, extending product lifespans and keeping resources in use longer, closing flows, recycling and recovering loops to ensure no material or energy is lost to incineration and landfill. In order to bring these three circular economy core principles into practice, the so-called 10 R strategies have been developed to minimize waste and maximize resource efficiency. They all start with an R: refuse, rethink, reduce, reuse, repair, refurbish, remanufacture, repurpose, recycle and recover. Here you see the 10 R strategies positioned on the value wheel. As you can see, each R strategy is looping the medical devices or components or materials back to the value chain. Or in other words, the R strategies are closing the loop by circulating products, components and materials. Still on the left side of the value hill, value is added. But on the right side of the hill, we no longer destroy value, but to try to retain as much as possible the economical and environmental value. We will now shortly define each of the 10 circular R strategies. Refuse is rejecting the production, consumption or use of a medical product, material or procedure, particularly those that are unnecessary, unsustainable or harmful. Rethink, systematically enhancing the procedures surrounding the product use to drive environmental sustainable practices, such through rethinking patient transport and telemedicine, sharing products or introducing multifunctionality. Reduce, increasing efficiency in healthcare delivery and medical product design manufacturing by consuming fewer resources, optimizing energy and water use and carefully minimizing unnecessary procedures to meet healthcare needs. Reuse, repeated use of a medical device on multiple patients for the same intended purpose, after decontamination when needed and without significant modification. Repair, restoring a faulty or broken product or component to a usable state to fulfill its intended use, which typically involves corrective maintenance, ensuring that safety and performance specifications are met for an extended period of time. Refurbish, restoring a product to good working condition through decontamination, repairs, upgrades, cosmetic changes, performance checks, reinstallation, warranty insurance and parts replacement. Remanufacturing, restoring products and components, often utilizing parts from discarded products for the same function to achieve as new condition through disassembly, decontamination, quality control, certification, repacking and redistribution. Repurpose, using discarded products or parts for different purposes than originally intended, such as varied context, for example, veterinary care products. Purposes, for example, different human procedures and locations, for example, low-income countries. Recycle, transforming waste materials from used products or resources into new raw materials, either of the same or lower quality, through, for example, decontamination, shredding and molding. Recover, incineration or medical incineration of waste materials with energy recovery. The 10 R strategies have a specific order and can be clustered into three core principles of the circular economy: narrowing, slowing and closing the material and product flows. We will shortly discuss each of these three clusters. narrowing the flows by smarter products use and manufacture. Reuse, rethink and reduce are strategies that focus on preventing materials and products to enter our healthcare system by rethinking necessity and manufacturing design. These three strategies have the highest impact by trying to reduce the inflow of materials and products into our healthcare system. This means directly less consumption and less waste. Slowing, extend lifespan of products and parts. Reuse, repair, refurbish, remanufacture, repurpose are strategies that keep medical products or parts active in our healthcare system for as long as possible by extending their lifetime. With these R strategies, we try to loop medical product or components back into our healthcare system. Closing, useful application of materials. Recycling and recovery are circular art strategies to process materials after the product itself can no longer be saved. The aim is to close the loop by recovering materials, recycling, or energy in the case of incineration. In this movie, we have introduced you the concept of circular economy and the 10 circular art strategies. Thanks for your attention.